And we're learning more about the 5 people now facing charges in connection with the death of actor Matthew Perry. This happened late last year. So officials in the U.S., they say that their investigation involves an underground network of drug dealers and suppliers.
CP24's Lindsay Biscaya joins us live now with those disturbing details. Lindsay.
Yeah, they are disturbing, Lena and Bakari, especially considering some of the people who are now facing charges in connection with Perry's death were presumably very close to him, including his live-in personal assistant, 2 doctors, and a reputed drug dealer known as the Ketamine Queen. So very disturbing allegations being released today in terms of who supplied Perry with this high level of ketamine that was found in his blood. And for more on the legal side of things, the legal implications, I want to bring in now Tre Lovell, trial attorney with the Lovell firm. Sir, it's good to have you today. Thanks for taking the time.
Thanks for having me.
Okay, so there's so much to go over here. I mean, huge developments just today, especially when you look at some of the people that were involved in this, licensed doctors, for example. How do you see things unfolding from here?
Well, it's a pretty sweeping net. I mean, they charged his physicians, to drug dealers, to the assistant. So they definitely want to spread a wide net. And there've already been, I think, 3 plea deals. So they're really targeting one of the doctors and the main drug dealer, which is the Ketamine Queen. So it looks like it's going to be focused on those 2, possibly using the others to help the prosecution.
Yeah, as you mentioned already, a couple of plea deals. Let's focus in on those physicians then to start. Licensed doctors, I'm assuming those licenses could be revoked if they're found guilty. What do you expect could happen with them in terms of charges?
Well, I think as they've been charged with, I think, between 8 and 10 counts, depending on the nature of the offense. And I think the doctor's facing up to 120 years in prison, and the drug dealer up to life in prison. So very severe penalties. Certainly, I think the doctor's going to lose his license for something like this. And so the consequences are going to be severe. We're going to see, right now they're going to be arraigned, they're going to enter not guilty pleas, and then the prosecution is going to start. So we'll see what the evidence does, and ultimately, if there will be plea deals that will be for 1 or 2 of those, or they go to trial.
What about the fact that some of these people allegedly tried to cover this up after Perry was found dead? There's reports that the drug dealer wanted to delete all of the text messages between them. There's also, it's alleged that one of the physicians was actually trying to provide a different medical document that was falsified that looked a little bit different. When you talk about maybe covering things up, how significant is that in a case?
It's significant. It goes to the intent side of it. So, these certain wasn't accidental. There was an intent, a knowledge of the harm, a knowledge to try and cover it up, that they knew what they did was wrong. And so a lot of times it goes to certainly the penalty phase. If they're found guilty, because there's a wide array of time that they could serve. If they're trying to cover things up, if they do so intentionally, it could be a more severe punishment. So that's really where that goes to.
And just lastly, when we're talking about such a vast kind of underground network here, do you foresee more people facing charges in the future, or more charges for the people that are already facing charges?
I think this is just the beginning. I think that this is going to not only, lead to more charges within the drug world, but possibly more celebrities or people that are using ketamine and drugs like this. The goal is to use Matthew Perry's unfortunate demise for law enforcement to really stop drug distribution, and it's going on with a lot more people. And so they're inching in on the different levels and different people that are involved. So I think it's just the beginning.
Okay, we'll have to see. Tre Lovell with the Lovell firm. Really appreciate you coming on and giving your insight. Thanks so much.
Thank you.